Hi, my name is Kimberly, and welcome to Kimberley Sandbox. Back in 2015, I decided I was going to figure out a way to be able to liberate my life so that I could travel and feel like I was truly living. And after one hell of a year in 2020, 2021 came, and everything came together. Hey everybody, welcome back to Kimberley Sandbox, or welcome for the first time if you're joining me today. So today I wanted to get back to you all about our progress as far as getting to Thailand. So I know that many of you have been probably watching different videos on YouTube and keeping up with the latest and greatest news regarding Phuket Sandbox, which actually inspired my whole video series. So what is going on? Well, it is a fluid situation and it's constantly changing regarding the expectations and the rules, in the way that we can get into Thailand and get back to Thailand as tourists. So right now it looks like it's going to be a 14-day stay requirement before you can even leave Phuket or that whole area. And there's going to be some restrictions from what I understand about where tourists can actually go on the island. So those of you that are familiar with Thailand and have been to Thailand and have followed the news would also be aware that nothing is official until it's actually published in the formal Thailand Gazette. So many of us have been just patiently waiting for information to be posted there, and so that everything will be finalized, so everybody knows what the heck is going on, right? It's been a fiasco the last few weeks, I'll tell you. But anyway, my husband did come back safely. And if you all do happen to watch his video series, Almost Retired in Thailand, you would have found that out. And that his transit through Bangkok with the COVID swab and everything else went quite fine. And he has returned here to the US. We have finally been able to make our flight reservation. And I'm really excited about that, but I am concerned that we might have to change it depending on what happens with the Phuket Sandbox. However, our plan is definitely to fly in the first week of July, and we are taking a direct flight out of LA into Singapore and then going from Singapore into Phuket. That is the plan. So we just kind of have to wait and see what transpires. However, in order for me to try and obtain my retirement visa, I really needed that flight information. And I had to submit everything to someone actually who's helping me in this whole process of obtaining my tourist visa. And you need really at least 2 to 3 weeks for the whole processing of that to make sure that you get your passport back in time so you can board your flight. So I wanted to get things rolling, and it was definitely worth it for booking that flight and being more proactive about that. So I've gone ahead, and my husband and I, we are booked for that flight. And I have completed all my paperwork and submitted it for review for my my retirement visa. The last thing, I actually should take that back. I have one thing pending, and it is a formal letter from my bank stating that indeed I have enough funds to meet the criteria for the retirement visa, and to document that I indeed have an account here in the States and so forth. So I'm waiting for that documentation to come through. But once that does come through, everything's ready to go. And I anticipate my passport being overnighted. Hopefully come Tuesday, I will be shooting that out to the embassy, the Thailand embassy, so that I can get my visa. So that's the plan. What else is in process right now? Well, we have actually gone ahead and we have found renters for our property here in Arizona, and we're excited about that. So they will be renting our property for quite a while. And we're able to actually rent it furnished, which takes a huge amount of headache off of my shoulders and trying to move everything out of this property. So the only thing I've really had to do the last few weeks is depersonalize our property, taking our own pictures out, clothing and things of that nature. The other concern that I have had on my mind also is our youngest son is going into the military, and today is Saturday and he actually leaves on Monday. That has weighed heavy on my heart and in my mind. So we have been preparing for his departure to go into the military and go to boot camp. Not easy as a parent to have that happen. But once he does go with us going to Thailand for a period of time, I think that will really personally help me a lot in dealing with that whole empty nesters thing. So if you guys have anything to share about your experience with having your kids leave home and how you dealt with it, definitely share it with me in the comments, because I would love to hear how you coped with it. Me, I am just trying to essentially leave the country and get myself super busy with the just change of environment, change of routine. Everything is going to change for me with me going to Thailand. I'm really hoping that it helps me a lot with that whole process. What else have I been up to? Well, I've been watching, again, YouTube videos, and I recently watched a video actually within the last couple days from Chuck and Paige, No Time to Be Sad. And I loved that video because what Chuck was talking about in that video is how people don't do things in life because they're always worried about the what ifs, right? What if this happens? And what if that happens? And what if I don't succeed? And what if, right? That video really hit home for me because I have always been a what if person. And up until probably around maybe I would say around 2010, when I went to Mazatlan, Mexico, I really let go of a lot of the what ifs. When I decided to go for that year with my two boys to Mazatlan. And again, I said it in my first video, I'll say it now, it's the best decision I ever made to do that and just kind of break out of my fears and go for it. And that's what I'm doing with going to Thailand for the next, several months or so, for however long I need it. What else have I been up to? Well, besides trying to get my retirement visa, get this house situated, ready for rental. Also, I have been trying to prepare to get my dog to Thailand. Now, that is a bit of a process, I'm going to tell you right now. However, I will tell you, I did go through and I contacted a couple of shipping agencies that deal with transporting pets abroad, international. And it was completely disheartening, the quotes I got back from these companies. Between 4,000 and then this last phone call that I received, seriously, it was just so ridiculous. $7,700 to get my dog to Thailand. Right? Who the hell has that type of money unless you are like Beyonce, okay? So just completely ridiculous, which made me realize all the more I can do this. So I've been doing my homework, and I have figured out some pretty interesting ways of how I'm going to get my dog to Thailand, and I have initiated that process. So once everything comes through, because I have submitted already for my import license for her, and I have also started the process with obtaining the export approval from the US. I have also contacted Singapore Airlines to let them know that I have an animal coming on flight with me. I really feel pretty confident that I can make this happen. And I feel that confident as things are starting to come back to me through emails with communications from all these different things that I'm doing. I feel that confident in telling you to keep your eyes peeled, because I'm going to have a great video coming out on that whole process to help you guys and save you guys buku bucks. You can do this safely. You can be thorough, and you can do it without getting any major big surprises come the day you fly out of the US to Thailand with your pet. So keep your eyes peeled for that video. I feel really confident that it's going to happen and everything's going to go very smoothly. Crossing fingers. So that has taken up a lot of my time. In addition to that, I have also been transitioning my employment, and I am going to be completely remote for everything that I do. I'm a teacher, and that is what I'm going to do remotely, more of an independent contractor role. So super stoked about that, because that is going to really liberate me quite a bit to do other things and travel around a bit. Yeah, so I think that's really all I have to share with you all today. Just what has been transpiring over the last few weeks, what I've been doing, how busy I've been, but I foresee a light at the end of the tunnel of just getting us to Thailand and changing things up. For those of you that really are those what if people, I highly suggest you stop doing that, because nothing's secure in life. Nothing's there for you. It's not. You have to create your own happiness. Nobody's going to make it for you. You have to create a life that you enjoy. You have to create your own joy in life. And if you continuously live in fear. So I'd like to leave you with a thought, call it my thought of the day. Would you rather come to the end of your life and be asking yourself, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I? Or would you rather come to the end of your life and say, I'm so glad I did? So with that being said, I'm done with my comments and chit chat for today. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up, and please subscribe as well to promote this channel so that I can do good things with it. And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.